Hey everyone, and welcome to Montreal. Before we get into today's review, I'd like to thank all you for the reception I received on my previous video. It's been mostly positive and has gained a lot of attention. Thank you very much. Today, I'm heading back home to Vancouver after a brief overnight trip in Montreal. As I've already tried the business class product on Air Canada's A220, it would be my best intentions to try the economy seat and the service. This was shot right as most provinces' travel restrictions started to lift in June, so it was still relatively quiet. There aren't too many food options open yet here in Montreal, so I'd recommend, if you're able to, try to bring some food in from the city. The airport is about a 15-minute drive from downtown and has some absolutely amazing food options. And here's a similar aircraft to the one we're flying on today. And here's our actual one. This flight left at 1 p.m. so I could take advantage of a good and brief morning here in Montreal. The flight was about 40% full, so the boarding wait was relatively quick. Air Canada uses a boarding system by zones here, 1 to 2 being for business class and Star Alliance Gold members, 3 and so on for the rest of economy. The A220 economy seats are laid out in a 2-3 configuration. Here's our seat today, 26A. This is a Collins Aerospace Pinnacle economy seat. This is also found on Air Canada's 737 MAX. It features this absolutely massive window with a great wing view, as mentioned in the last A220 review. The seat has good legroom with 32 inches of pitch. In the seat back pocket, you'll find a safety card and some air sickness bags. The Horizons magazine has still not returned yet. The tray table is of an acceptable size, large enough for a full-size laptop. Under the IFE screen, there's a USB-C, standard USB, and a headphone jack. The seat is also 19 inches wide. This is amazing and generous. In between the seat, there is a universal power outlet. This is overall a great economy seat. The seat actually offers more legroom and width compared to the economy seat found on Air Canada's 777s, 320s, and even their 737s. Borbardier did an amazing job in designing this aircraft in just about every aspect. We pushed out early, and it was a relatively short taxi to the threshold of the runway.
Mettez toujours votre propre masque avant d'aider quelqu'un. Merci et bon vol.
our takeoff took us along the St. Lawrence River to the west. This transcontinental hop will take us about 5.5 hours. I was pretty exhausted already and decided to catch a snooze to make this relatively long flight go by faster. Luckily, the headset rests are adjustable. After just about over an hour, now would be a good time to check out the IFE. The screen is about 9 inches wide. It has all the newly released movies, TV shows, podcasts, and music. It also has a great broad collection of older movies and TV shows. A lot of HBO shows are available, but I took advantage of watching this classic gem, Chappelle's Show. My phone was at half charge and I wanted some Wi-Fi. Here are the available plans. I find these reasonably priced considering the duration of the flight. As I mentioned earlier, I'd recommend bringing your own food, so I took full advantage of that. Today I have a Montreal smoked meat sandwich on a rosemary and sea salt bagel, with some chips and Perrier on the side. There is now a limited menu from the Air Canada Bistro for economy passengers, as shown here. After lunch, it was time to get some work done on my laptop. My 15-inch laptop protrudes a bit off of the tray table, but was stable the whole time. The lavatory in the rear of the aircraft is somewhat narrow, but there is a small space under the sink for storage. On top of the hand soap, there's also hand sanitizer available. Some people find the height of the lavatory small, but I can confirm it is higher than the 737 MAX. The mirror has excellent lighting, and there is a large change table available. And finally, this wall can be opened up with the adjacent lavatory to create a more space for accessible passengers. The prairies slowly turned into the Rockies, meaning we were starting to enter BC. Today was an excellent day for flying, so I'll let you enjoy the views.
3:34 p.m.
The A220 was an excellent not only for short haul flying, but also for transcontinental. During the whole trip, I felt very comfortable in my seat. The empty seat next to me definitely made a difference, but it wouldn't be as bad if someone did occupy the seat. Despite the limited food service at the time of filming this, the flight attendants were very attentive and friendly, even coming by every hour with water bottles. I'm also happy that food is making a comeback, even in limited form for economy passengers. The A220 is a solid aircraft overall for both economy and business class passengers, and is always a pleasure to fly on. Since filming this, travel in Canada has taken a significant uptick. Flights have been a lot fuller, and if you plan on flying this in the near future, you might not quite have the same experience that I did, but I really hope for the best. Lots of new content coming soon, so subscribe for all the latest content. I really appreciate it. Thanks again.